Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Alhamdulillah. All right, it's 9:15 p.m. and I'm really thankful that I get to go on live here as promised. For those of you who saw my posting this morning regarding Adam's top 10 doTERRA essential oils. So, guys, if you know anybody who has a child with autism, and for that matter, you have a friend or relative who has a child with autism, and you want to invite them to come on to this live stream. If you simply want to share it to people, right? Please do so, because this is really, to me, it's very important information that I would like to share with everyone. As you can probably see, um, lately Adam has improved so much, but it's not like achieved like just overnight. It's like over a period of time. For so many years, we've been wanting, we have a list of things that we want to achieve, can. So alhamdulillah, we have accomplished so much as far as Adam is concerned, and we're really happy, and we just want to share some of the information that we do, or we have, for achieving these milestones with everyone, because we're really happy with Adam's progress. And it's only right that we share with everybody, because we have a following, and I know that we have many families out there. Yeah, ramai anda semua yang kat luar sana who is actually following Adam's autism family. You either know somebody with autism, or you have a child with autism. Now, we're not saying that we know everything, that, but apa yang kita berkongsi and what I share and what we share about, on our social media and tonight, it's real experience that we went through. Okay, this is what we go through. It's been working for us. Um, so we just want to share. Okay, for those of you who may want to try, go ahead. If you want to, if you have ways that you that has given you results, yeah, so it's okay. There's no right or wrong in anything. We do whatever works for us. Yeah, so itu yang paling penting, yang saya selalu percaya, saya selalu tekan. Kita buat apa saja yang workable, ya, dengan keadaan kita. Sebab kita semua berbeza, ya. Kita ada keadaan dan cabaran yang berbeza, dan itulah dia untuk anak-anak autism ini. As you know, autism is a spectrum, so it's never like one thing works for everything. All right, it's never about one way that will work for everyone. Okay, so what has worked for us is not something that we just read from books, right? And somebody told us, yeah, ada orang yang cakap ajar kita buat, dan we get results. No. Okay, apa segalanya yang kita berkongsi ini adalah melalui pengalaman dan banyak pengorbanan, banyak perjalanan yang sangat sukar. We went through a lot of challenges and struggles to get to where we are today, and I feel that we are in a position to share with people. Well, again, I want to stress that me. All right, we lost connection for a little bit. The internet lately has been really bad. I don't know why, but it's bad. So welcome back. We lost you guys for a bit. The internet connection is really bad here. But anyhow, I was just saying that, yeah. So what we share works for us, and if you would like to know, then was so happy to talk about it tonight. So first of all, thank you very much, for coming on. I just want to go through really fast, if there's anything that you want to know, any particular thing that you want to ask, please write it down in the comments. I'm going to take down the notes and I'm going to address your questions, anything that you want to know. Ya, apa-apa saja yang you nak tanya, sila tulis dalam komen dan saya akan jawab your soalan. I'm going to write down some of your questions here. All right. So tonight's sharing, it's going to be an hour or so, maybe more. I don't know. But I'm trying to keep it short and right to the point. The whole idea, the topic is basically to share with you guys, all right, these amazing oils, doTERRA essential oils that has done tremendous, uh, things for us, especially Adam. So we're going to be talking about the top 10 doTERRA essential oils that Adam uses. Okay, we're going to go through it one by one. Now, before that, let me see if there's anyone here. I have Facebook and Instagram on now. Okay, so let me just go to Facebook first, because Facebook always, they have more people here than Instagram. Okay, let me see. Let me just acknowledge everybody, guys. Thank you very much, Patrick, Anaf, Christina. Again, I remember your name, Christina. Okay, Patrick, hello. Donnie, Nancy, Kath, Lizzie, Maria, Bojon, all right, Tabalap, Alina, Jessica, Larel, Feli, okay, Pitoli, Laham. No, just by your name, I know that you guys are not Malaysians. You're like somewhere around the world, between Shearing. My goodness, these are all really, really new names to me. And Hafiz, walaikum salam, Hafiz, Adam Sehat, Evelyn. Good evening, Adam family. Good evening to you too. Thank you very much, Mariam. Walaikum salam, Erna, Nedi. Good evening, Amy. Hello, Ayn, Agnes Ho, Tina, Cartini from Sabah, Nora. Okay, now guys from Philippines. Okay, let me see, who do we have here? Not many from Instagram, but anyhow, welcome the Instagram community. It's scrolling too fast. I cannot really pick up your name. I have the big screen for the Facebook, so I can see more there. And Linda, Nora, welcome, Isa. Guys, do your friends a favor, and please do me a favor. Okay, I don't get to do this a lot, but I really want to do it tonight. Please share with everybody. Please share it on your social media. Share it on Instagram and Facebook. Share it with especially with families. If they have a kid with autism in their family, or if you know a friend, anyone, just share it, guys, because it's really, really important information. Okay, please do it. I just give you a minute to basically share this live stream with people. Okay, and get them to come on. Can you do that? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, now, based on what I see on the screen, I'm going to be talking more English. Kalau ada sesiapa yang perlu saya explain dalam bahasa Melayu, sila bagi tahu, tulis ya, sila bagi tahu supaya saya boleh juga memberi pencerahan dalam bahasa Melayu. My Malay, it's so-so, it's not that good, but I think I can get by. Yeah, so I rasa you boleh faham lah. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay. Now, first of all, I know this, you guys been following Adam's progress for a while now, and for those of you who've been with us for some time, Adam used to be like really, really, aggressive, and I get hurt a lot, and and over the last couple of years, it wasn't something that happened overnight, like just a few months, but over a couple of years, we've seen so much improvement with Adam. Okay, so much. I'm seriously telling you. I mean, he still get meltdowns. He still, get aggressive every now and then. But compared to maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, right? He used to have, aggression. He used to have attacks. He has his episodes like every day, to a point like, I really didn't know what to do, right? Okay, we were so desperate. And he wasn't like that from day one. When he was younger, when he was 5, 6, 7 years old, he wasn't. He was like pretty easy to handle. Okay, it's just that when he got to about 12 years old, 13 years old, that's when everything kind of elevated, and it went really out of control, right? So yeah. Okay, hang on. I don't want to miss any comments here. I want to. If you have question, please write it down. So I hope I get your question. I'm going to address your question if I can. All right. Um, okay, from Singapore, it says my 5-year-old Jews. Okay, diagnosed with autism. Can I know exactly the OIS help with autism? Okay, Acid Amy, from Singapore. All right, I'm going to remember you. Acid Amy from Singapore. You have a 5-year-old boy. Is it a boy, Juice? Yeah, 5-year-old kid. All right. We're gonna get to that. All right. So you hang in there. You don't go away. All right. That's it. Okay. See anybody else? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for joining. Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay. Saya salute. Okay, thank you lah. Okay, thank you so much. Sebenarnya kita bukan hebat sangat pun, ya. Segala pujian, saya cakap terus terang, ini adalah ketentuannya. Alright. So anyhow, okay. Yes, just recently diagnosed. Okay, 5-year-old. It's kind of late, to get your son diagnosed with autism at 5 years old. Generally, we would, diagnose them around between 2 and 3 years old. We will see signs of, the child. His development is a little bit unusual. But anyhow, at 5 years old, you just found that he has autism. There's still so much you can do. The whole idea with autism, through my experience, is you want to address it as early as possible. When they're young, you can do a lot more, because once they get to about teenager, that's when it gets really challenging. So I would want to encourage everyone to, if you have a child with autism and you just found out, guys, don't take too long to accept that, to understand the situation that you are in. Don't go through that denial phase too long, because we went through it very long. It took me a while before I really wanted to look into Adam's well-being. Okay, was always saying that it will go away. We're talking about us. Adam is like what now, 20 years old? Yeah, 20 years old. He was diagnosed when he was 2.5. You're talking about 18 years ago. Now, 18 years ago in my country, in Malaysia, or maybe, on the internet, it's not easy to find information about autism, So obviously, I didn't know much about autism in the time. So I just thought it was something that would just go away. But guys, I was so wrong, because autism is a lifelong condition, right? So the earlier you accept the condition of your child, the higher chance of you making a difference, in their life. Okay, so yeah. All right. So let's see. Any more questions here? All right. You don't go away, Acid Amy. I'm going to address your questions. Okay. So write down all your questions here. Hi, please do give me advice on the type of roll on that suits me. Okay. I sent you a DM this afternoon in IG. Okay. Kellen, I'm going to remember your name. Okay. Let me look through the Instagram. Kellen Wong. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to check it out. All right. in Instagram and IG. Okay, all right. Okay. Yeah, we found at 15 months he is special. He's in special school since 2 years old. Oh, okay. So you diagnosed what you found it in 15 months, to and fro hospital checkups, but only recently. Yeah, sometimes it happens, guys. It's not really the parents' fault. I mean, as parents, we know that the child, it's like, really special. It's not developing like a normal kid, right? So we realize, but it takes a while sometimes for the hospital to conclude, to really diagnose and label it. Okay, yeah, your child has autism. So yeah, especially nowadays, a lot of people sometimes wrongly diagnose the kid, right? And you don't want to confuse autism with learning, what do you call that, delay, speech delay. There are a lot of condition circumstances actually involved. So that's why nowadays it takes a bit longer to confirm and diagnose a child. All right, it's good actually, but yeah, but five. Okay, guys, you at 5 years old, you gotta really, you have a program for your child. You gotta have that. So you've been sending him to special school. That's good. That means that you have already send him to early child intervention. So that's very, very important. That's something that you got to do it. All right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So essential oils, right? Essential oils, like, what in the world? How can essential oils have anything to do with autism? Like, come on, essential oils. When you think essential oils, what do you think about? Apa yang you fikir essential oil? When you think essential oil, right? You're gonna think, number one, right? It's an aroma, right? Aromatherapy, right? It's supposed to make the house smell good. It's supposed to, make you feel good and all that, right? Okay, so what's the connection with autism? Well, for you to really understand the connection, first of all, you have to understand the condition of an autism person. What is it? Okay, it's cognitive, right? It has to do with the brain, right? And a lot of it, it affects the behavior of a child, right? The condition of brain, right? And when anything to do with the brain and all that, it's really complex. It's so complicated. It's not like a condition like other parts of your body. You can actually address it immediately. I mean, easier. But with the brain, it's so subjective. It is so complex. It's different in everyone. Okay, there's so many things that actually come into a play for you to lock in. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's very hard. It's very hard. So where does essential oils come in? Where does essential oil come in? Now, I want to make a disclaimer here. We are not using essential oils to cure the child. We are not using essential oils to cure autism. We are not. Whoever telling you that the essential oils can cure autism is telling a lie. There is no facts. That it's clinically not proven, right? Okay, if essential oils can cure autism, then there will be no more people with autism in the world, right? It will be publicized like crazy all over the world, and I don't even have to talk about doTERRA anymore, right? And don't even have to explain and advocate and tell people what these oils do and so, right? And everybody knows how to. Okay, I got a child with autism, so I just go and get essential oils. I do this, and then it's done. He's fine. So it's not like this, guys. This is not the thing. That should not be your objective of using essential oils, okay, to address your child with autism. No. I want you to think about this as a normal person. For someone who doesn't have autism, do you have stress? Do you have struggles in your life? You don't have autism. Normal people like you and I, we don't have autism. Do we have emotional challenges? Do we struggle with all sorts of pain, anxiety, stress, worry, confusion, depression, um we like, insomnia. We cannot sleep, we cannot relax ourselves, we have body aches, we have headaches, we have stomach discomfort, right? When we eat something wrong, and then we feel lousy. Okay, we throw up. So I want you to think about that, right? And I want to ask you this question: do you think someone with autism will have the similar situation? Do you think someone with autism will also possibly, experience what the challenges that we, go through? Obviously, right? Obviously, right? Okay. But it is maybe 10 times more intense, 20 times more intense. You know why? You know why? Because when you feel lousy, you know how to think, and you may have an option, you know what to do, right? You probably go and watch a movie, you go out and have a cup of coffee, you can chill with your friends, okay? If you're really stressed, and what you do, you have a piece of cake, all right, you go walk in the park, you can do all this kind of stuff, right, okay? Now if you have a stomach ache, you're uneasy, what do? When you're uneasy, you're feeling lousy, so you take something, you take a medication, or you do something about it. You have a headache, what do? Right? If you're really sad, you're upset, what do? You know what to do. But here's the thing: for someone who has autism, they don't know what to do. They cannot figure it out. They don't know how to put one and one together. They just don't know what to do. And that is for a child with autism, okay, mild autism, right? Or even someone like an Asperger, a very brilliant kid, genius, but he has autism. He couldn't figure out the simplest thing in the world, but he can beat you in math, for example. He can figure out the most complicated formula in the world. But when it comes to tying a shoelace, something very simple, they may not be able to do it. So a lot of them, when they're feeling uneasy, they don't know what to do. And imagine, like my son, like Adam, right? He is not even able to tell you. Not all autism children are nonverbal. A lot of people with autism, right, they can express. Okay, so that the key is, you want to try. That's why if you find out that your child has autism, the first thing is you want to work on communication. You want to make sure your child and you are connected. Okay, it's very, very important, and that is like the major thing that we want to accomplish first, to have that connection. Once we have that connection, right, we really can have milestones. We can achieve a lot of things, through therapy and all. But you got to get connected first with your child. All right. So yeah, going back to the OIS, right? So what does these OIS do? What's the role of the OI? What do you think? Okay. All right. It's not to cure autism. It's a tool. It's a tool, okay, for your child. Because what we're trying to accomplish here is, we want to help these kids, who has these conditions, who are struggling with their ability to express. Number one is they need help, they need support to feel better, to feel good, to feel at ease, to feel comfortable, to feel trusted, to feel grounded, right? To have that little space in order for them to learn, maybe to learn better, right? To react, to respond better. They need something, okay, to calm their thoughts, right? Their body, their emotion, the physical thing, the chemical imbalance that's happening throughout the body that's making them uneasy. So we need something. So what do we do before this, right? What do I do? So that's why you go to the hospitals. I mean, they prescribe you. They have prescription. They have drugs. Like Ritalin, like Respital, and like so many other kinds of uh, uh, medication, right? The psychotic medication to help the child, right? To be at bay, to be grounded, and then only you can teach them, right? If your child is all over the place, how are you going to teach them? You cannot even give them therapy. You cannot even do whatever you want to do. You believe in what, ABA, or all kind of, like, program, Sunrise, and all, you name it. There's so many incredible programs, therapy, that you can, if you can afford it, you can actually put your kid through it. It's great. But if your child is not emotionally, mentally, physically, all right, presence, right, how are you going to teach them? I mean, even though you can, it's going to be harder, right? Okay, but if your child is in the right state of mind, okay, and physically, all right, guys, sorry again for the internet connection is so poor. Okay, well, thanks for hanging there. Okay, if I lose you, please stay on. Okay. Okay, so I use doTERRA essential oils. I use essential oils to help Adam to be in a better state of mind, physically, emotionally, mentally. All right, to support his prescription. Adam is taking prescription from the hospital. He is. All right, and then we top it with the essential oils. All right, and when we do this over time, over a period of time, right, we are able to teach him how to react, respond, how to calm his emotions, right? Okay, welcome back. Okay, we got here. I just read Alex Reyes. You say Adam needs some help from neurodevelopmental behavior specialist. Now, absolutely. All right. I don't deny that. Okay. But first of all, you got to find the right one. Okay. All right. Is it available? Is it affordable? How much is it? There are so many kids and families with similar situation who cannot afford the most basic things. It's easy to say, right? It's easy to say, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Your kid need this, your kid need that. Everybody, you need this, right? Okay. Even me, I'm telling you guys that your child needs doTERRA essential oils, but I'm not saying that you have to. I'm not saying that you have to, right? Because it costs money to buy the oils. It costs money to buy the oils, right? And Adam uses a lot of the essential oils, just not just a little bit, right? He really used the oils, like, consistently every single day, and there's so many of it, right? So I need money to use it, and I get results, right? And there are another 10 things that I need to do for Adam, and they all need money. Okay? So we have to be patient. We have to do things one step at a time, whatever we can do. That's why I always stress and I always say to everybody, to every parent, okay, you are doing your very best for your child already. Never compare to any family, anyone. Don't compare to us. Don't compare to anyone. Be the best for yourself, what you can do for your child, right? And you're doing great. Okay, as long as you see results, celebrate every step of the way, because we are all different. Not only the child, the condition of the child is different. It's a spectrum. The family is also a spectrum. For a single parent it's different. For a working parents it's different. For a big family is different. A small family different. A family with support is different. If you're financially grounded and strong, it's a different story. You have helpers, it's a different story. If you don't have help, and then your child, the condition, it's everything. There's so many criteria and variables that you actually have to address. So we don't want to prejudge, and we don't want to jump to conclusion. Again, I stress here, I am sharing with you what I go through, and I'm not telling you that you should do this, and I'm not telling you that you should use doTERRA essential oils, you should use essential oils. No, I am telling you that I use essential oils, and this is what I get, and this is what I have learned over the last almost 5 years of using doTERRA essential oils, and seeing what has the changes that has happened in our lives, in Adam's life, in every aspect. Okay, all right. So this is what I'm talking about. I am not telling you what to do, and I also appreciate that everybody, we don't want to tell people, we don't want to judge, guys. That's the worst thing, because when we judge people, right, you're going to make people feel like they are doing something wrong. Okay, all right. I used to feel like that when people used to tell me that, Iman, you should like that, you should like this, but it doesn't anymore, because I went through that phase. I don't really bother by people's criticism and what people say, because at the end of the day, I have to deal with my son, right? When he doesn't sleep, when he has issues, when he has his episodes, who is there? I am there, not the people who give us advice, not the doctors, right? Okay, it's very easy to tell people what to do, but try doing it yourself. That's a whole different ball game, guys. So I always encourage, what I advocate about is, never be too extreme about whatever you feel, right? Because what works for one not necessarily work for everybody. As I said, if there's one thing that worked for everyone, then we have no more issues, no more problem for autism, no more problem, right? Okay, it's solved, it's done. Everybody would do that, but that's not the case. And I'm not saying to you to use doTERRA essential oils to solve your problem. I'm sharing with you what has worked for us over the last 5 years, almost 5 years. And it did not come easy. It did not come easy. It's not like we bought the oils and then we use it and all our problems went away. No, no. Let me tell you, if you have a child with autism, welcome to the journey. It's an ongoing journey. They change all the time as they grow up, right? Just like any kid, a kid with 5 years old, autistic kid, and a 10-year-old, and a 15-year-old, and a 20 and a 30-year-old man or a woman who has autism, they have different challenges. But one thing I'm going to tell you, that they all have emotional challenges like us. You and I, okay, we don't have autism, but don't you have issues? Don't you have, you know, stress? Okay, it's not like you have cognitive, imbalance, or you have a situation. We're not talking of people with mental conditions, right? We're talking about normal people, everyday life people. Don't you have anxiety of situation? We're not even going to the extreme, right? Okay, so we're talking about this in general. And people with autism, it's just everything, it's elevated, it's more intense, you know. So what the oils will do is, it's proven that essential oils, okay, has an effect on our olfactory. Okay, it affects the thoughts, our emotions. If you smell something nice, how do you feel? If you smell something that you like, how do you feel? If you go to the toilet and it smells like shit, how do you feel? How do you feel? You walk into a spa, right? And you want to relax your body. You want to have a relaxing, couple of hours in the spa, and the spa smells like shit. Can you relax? Can you relax? Why do whenever we walk into the hospital we are stressed? We're not even sick, but every time we go into a hospital, right? Even though we are healthy, we're visiting somebody who's sick in the hospital, we don't feel good. Do you want to spend time hanging out in the hospital? Do you know how stressful for the doctors and the nurses, the people who work? I have total respect for these people who professionals who work in the hospital. It's not easy. They are so strong mentally, right? Because of the ambiance, the smell. You walk in the hospital, they have that smell. Okay, so how does your house smell? If you have a child with autism, and the ambiance, the aroma, the feel, the energy in your house, it's not right. I'm telling you, you do whatever to your child, not even your autistic child, you yourself is stressed. How do you think we deal with the situation now? I used to be so mad with Adam all the time. I have said it before. I said it to him before. I say, I don't know why. What are you doing? Why can't you understand, Adam? Why are you doing this to daddy? You're driving me mad. I'm going crazy. Why are you doing this? Why can't you just understand? Stop it. I would be yelling on top of my voice. I still do it every now and then, but I used to do it every day. It was driving me up the wall. I was going crazy. It's because of, you know, the environment in my home. And of course, my emotional state, my mental, state, it wasn't healthy, right? I wasn't happy. I was miserable. So as a caregiver, when I was miserable and I was always angry, I was always stressed, how am I going to help my kid? No way, right? Right? I mean, it's all common sense, right? Okay. So, and the child is going through even more challenging situation, and the child depends on you, depends on us as the caregiver. So, how will the child, be able to depend on us, because we are not in the right state of mind ourselves? You know what I'm saying? So, what does the oil do? Well, I'm just touching on the emotional aspect of these essentials, what it does to our emotions. I haven't even gone to the physical side. When we talk about physical, we're talking about migraine, we're talking about headaches, we're talking about chronic pains, we're talking about stomach discomfort, we're talking about respiratory issues, we're talking about so many conditions that we used to rely 100% on synthetic drugs. That I would just pop Panadols, I would pop aspirins, All right, blaming it on the internet again. So yeah, so we use essential oils, okay, to do all that. What I was saying, to help us to have better, you know, state of mind, to control, to have emotionally more, in control, and to help us feel better physically. Okay, and then we can also all right. So okay, welcome back again. This is frustrating, man. Okay, let's jump right into the oils. So the top 10 oils. Now Adam uses some 20 to 20 over different kind of essential oils. Now let's talk about essential oils. Essential oils are wonderful. Okay, it's a great tool. Okay, but it's not like one oil does everything. It's not one oil does everything. Every single essential oil has its own properties, and it affects different people differently. It's to that point. Okay, like for example, lavender may help Adam to sleep better, right? But it may not help me. So it's that, it's that because it's natural stuff. It's real natural stuff, right? And it's not synthetic. So, and that's the reason why it's really really challenging. You need to use the oils for a period of time and develop a regime for yourself, your own protocols. And of course, you want to be attached to a community, and that's why I always invite people to come on a community. If you want to use essential oils, it's a decision to come on board, and to learn, okay, to walk the journey. Okay, it's not something you buy and then you telan or you sapu and all your problems go away soft. No, it's not like that. You have to keep on trying, and find what works best for you. And when you get it, oh my God, the results are unbelievable. But the key thing here is these essential oils. Now we're talking about doTERRA essential oils. They are 100% pure and safe. We already have a child, okay, that has an issue, a condition, a problem, right? We don't want to elevate it by giving things that's going to worsen their condition. You already giving drugs. I'm already giving medications prescription to Adam. Okay, he has no choice. He needs that medication, right? But at the same time, it's also giving side effects over a period of time. So we want to always minimize, okay, that possibility, right? So that's the reason why we were always looking for, alternative options or so-called add-ons, to support whatever we were doing and already giving him. And so we found essential oils, and to be exact, doTERRA essential oils. um, I can go on and on, and I don't want to take forever. I want to jump right into it. It's been an amazing 5 years almost of using essential oils, doTERRA essential oils, for Adam, and we've seen tremendous improvement in so many ways. Okay, all right. So Adam is definitely today more grounded, more intact, and more connected to people. He is more responsive, and you find him happier than before. He has his moments, of course, when he has that attack. Okay, yeah, I mean, like I say, it will not cure, but inshallah, we don't know, right? I always am hopeful. I hope that one day he will be, almost normal, like a normal kid. By that time, maybe a normal man. Inshallah, right? I working towards that. But let's talk about now. From 5 years ago till now, it's so much different. I cannot complain, guys. All right. So I talk to you. I share with you with total confidence, and I share with you with total sincerity. And this is what has happened, and what we use for him. Okay, the first oil I want to talk about is the lavender. All right, this is the lavender. This is the lavender. Now, this is not your normal lavender essential oils. I know you can buy lavender essential oils anywhere, out there, but this is not it. Okay, doTERRA lavender is pharmaceutical grade. It's already labeled pharmaceutical grade. Okay, all right, it's acknowledged by FDA. What do we mean by pharmaceutical grade? That it's consistent. Every single bottle that you buy, okay, you get exactly the same quality, purity, efficacy, like the previous bottle or the 10 bottles that you used before. It's always the same. And this is something that it's very hard to achieve when you're talking about natural substances. This is 100% pure lavender essential oils. It's very hard for any company to produce and to give you pure essential oils, natural pure essential oils, to have this kind of consistency. It takes a lot. Now, we're not going to go into that tonight. When you come on to doTERRA, you will learn more about doTERRA, and then you understand how we can accomplish this, and how doTERRA is able to give you such high quality, grade, and consistency in the essential oils. All right. Now, lavender, when you think about lavender, first thing is, some of you may know, you think everything calming, everything calming. So you're talking about, calming the nerves, emotions. If you're not calm, how are you going to sleep? If you're not calm, how are you going to focus? If you're not calm, how are you going to sit down? All right. You cannot do anything if you're not calm. Right? Being calm is so important. It is the fundamental of achieving anything you want to do. Right. If your child is not calm, it may not be 100% calm. If you cannot achieve even a little bit, to calm your child, you cannot teach your child. I mean, you can tell him to do anything. You can have a super therapist to come in and do whatever you need to do. If he's not calm, you can't do anything, right? So lavender calms your child. It calms the person naturally. That's the keyword, naturally. All right. Essential oils and our body, right? It just connects, guys. This is nature. All right. So we use it, for all sorts of inflammation as well, right? Inflammation is a big problem for anyone. Okay, so when you talk about calming, it doesn't only calm your nerves and your emotions. Okay, it calms you physically as well. If your child has some redness on the skin, which they do all the time, because kids with autism, right? They have very sensitive skin. They normally have eczema. They have redness here and there. They have rashes. It's very normal. Okay, so calming, it's a very big deal for a child with autism and the caregiver as well. You want to be calm, and lavender was the first essential oil, doTERRA essential oil, that we experienced, that actually Adam responded to very fast. It actually made us turn our head and say, and especially myself, because I was really against essential oils. I had no clue about essential oils, the real ones, because in my mind, essential oil was just perfume, right? But the real deal, it's not. It's so much more than just smelling good. So that was the first time when I saw how Adam responded to doTERRA. It got my attention. This was about 5 years ago, right? It got my attention, and I had to find out more. And I'm so glad that I did, and I'm so glad I listened to my wife. I'm so glad that I went to the United States, to find out more. I mean, if I look back, I feel so blessed for what has happened, and the knowledge and the information that I've been able to learn and gain, that has empowered me and my family, my wife, to be better caregiver for our son. So this is huge, right? This is a very sentimental, you know, oil for us. Lavender is huge, right? It's done so much until today. This is his everyday oil, every day and every night oil. Okay, so we have Adam's everyday oil. Okay, we have like maybe four, five, six bottles that we use, kind of essential oils that we use every day for its everyday purposes. And then we have another maybe three, four bottles that we use, okay, only for certain situation, for certain condition. For example, when he has a meltdown, when there is an issue, when we want to address something, we use this, three, four essential oils. Okay, and then we have like a list of essential oils that we would do, like maybe once every 2 weeks or once a week, whereby we lay him down, we use a protocol, we actually apply oils on him, properly. Okay. It's like the therapy session. It's like a massage, a session, a very short session with him where we put like about 10 to 12 essential oils all over his body, his spine, the sole of the feet, the neck, where we lay him down, properly. We do that, okay, once a week, or sometimes when busy, depending on his condition, once every 2 weeks we do that. Okay, but then we have the everyday oil that we also use. So I'm talking about the more common oils that we use. Lavender is one, so you got to have this oil. All right, and then um, and by the way, lavender is an essential oil that you can use neat. This oil, we don't really have to dilute it that much because it's very gentle to the skin. We apply a lot of lavender on Adam every day, and we diffuse this at night as well, in his diffuser. We rub on sole of his feet as well. Okay, we do that. Now, we also alternate the lavender oil because we don't use a lavender like 365 days, for him, right? Of course, we alternate the oils so that he reacts to it, something very fresh. If you smell the lavender like every day, all the time, eventually you get immune to it, right? It doesn't affect you as much. Even I mean, if you smell something right every day, you get used to it too much. So we alternate that. So lavender is the one oil, and another oil that I use a lot is, I don't have it here. Do I have it here? Yeah, I do. There you go. This is another everyday oil that we use for Adam. It's the wild orange. Every single morning, right? When he wakes up, I greet him. I have to drop wild orange on his pillow. Okay, the first thing is when he wakes up, right? What does he smell? He smell the beautiful scent of the citrus wild orange. It basically puts him in this happy mood, like, oh, today it's gonna be good day. I smell it, smells so fresh and uplifting, and he immediately he will smile. If he wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, which sometimes he does, he has a bad dream or something, right? So we try to, intervene. So he uses uh, wild orange a lot. This is everyday oil. This one we don't apply on his skin. Okay, um, we let him sniff it. We don't even put it in diffuser, right? We drop, because this is not very expensive, so we use it a lot. We drop it on towels because he liked to sniff towels, his pillow. If you follow us from back then, he used to have a Barney, right? We drop wild orange on his Barney a lot. So this two oils, it's a must everyday oil, and man, we use, easily one bottle a month, if not, 1.5 bottles easily. All right. So that's the two oil. That's the two oil. And what's the third oil? Let's talk about the third oil. Okay. Another very important oil and very common oil is the peppermint. The peppermint. Okay. The peppermint. Oh my God. We cannot live without the peppermint. Okay. Now, why do I say that? Because the peppermint is the essential oils that penetrate, into our bloodstream. It goes right into our bloodstream the fastest. Okay, when you put essential oil on your skin, right, you will feel the peppermint immediately, right? As compared to some other oils, it will take a while before you can feel it. Now, it's not just the scent, but you feel it. It's the menthol. Okay, you can feel it going into your skin, and that's very important for a child with autism, because a child with autism, their sensories, it's so how I say that, it can go so haywire, right? Okay, and it's the touch, how you touch them. Some kids don't like to be touched. Some kids want to be hugged all the time, and that's why we have brushes and things like that. You have therapy that deals with brushes, and they like that feel. Okay, now when you put peppermint on the skin, you got this intense cooling sensation. Okay. Now, Adam will have attacks, little minor spikes here and there, and every now and then, right? And sometimes these spikes will elevate into a bigger tantrum, and then eventually goes into a meltdown where he loses control, right? So my intention has always to identify, to see that coming. I have to foresee it coming. When I see my son, it's a little bit, intense. I want to intervene. I want to cut that. I don't want him to cross over to the no return land. You know what I'm saying? So this is the oil, right? So I have peppermint with me everywhere I go, and whenever I see Adam is a little bit anxious, I pull out my peppermint, okay, and normally I have it pre-diluted in my bottle, okay. So I diluted it with the carrier oil, okay. I would rub peppermint on his neck, on his shoulder, and I put it on tip of my finger and massage into his head really quick. I got to do it really fast, and it works. I would say 7, 8 out of 10 times it works. It works. All right. He will straight away, stop, you know, becoming worse. Right. Okay. So it's very important. And peppermint is also very refreshing, whenever, as I say that, it's all about how you feel. When you feel good, you behave well, because a child with autism, right, they have all kinds of emotions that they cannot even tell you. If they feel bad, they feel down, they feel sad, they feel angry, they feel worried, you don't even know, and they don't even know how to figure it out. So my objective, my intention is always to help them feel good. I want them to feel happy and good every day, and then I'll be able to teach him to do more things when he's happy and feeling better, right? Okay. Yeah. So peppermint is also very good for the stomach. All right. So I also apply some peppermint on his tummy every now and then. I have another oil that I use as well, because let me tell you guys, the gut is so important. The gut of a child with autism, right? It's like huge. Okay, everything comes from the gut. Even for us, if you have a condition with your body physically, you have an issue, most likely you have a gut problem. Okay, you have an issue with your digestive tract. You have been eating, not healthy food for a long time. You don't take care of your diet, right? And all these things will affect, will kind of evolve into other conditions. All right. So the gut is very, very important. And, kids with autism, they don't eat properly. They don't eat everything. They don't follow your diet, right? Sometimes, if they, for example, Adam only survived on gardenia bread for years. And all he does was he eats only gardenia bread, and for many years he didn't even eat anything. He only took his formula for so many years, right? He doesn't eat rice at all. He doesn't take vegetables. So can you imagine his diet is so limited, all right? And I cannot force him sometimes, right? So ever since we use essential oils on him, he is more open to try all sorts of food. That's like wow. That's like oh my god, like things that he never ate for ever, and suddenly he wanted to try. Like sometimes we are eating something and the sister is eating something, he will just come and he will just reach out and he want to try the food. That's to me it's like a wow, okay. So and it's all because of the essential oils, because I believe that our doTERRA essential oils basically open him up. It kind of made him become more connected with his surrounding, with us, with people, with the family, with the food and all. He once suddenly he realized there are more in life to experience. Don't you want your child to have that? And that's what the oils, I believe, is the oils, because we've been using it so much. And Adam is definitely a happier kid than what he used to be when he was, a 12, 13, 14-year-old boy. And at the time, it was like we were going through hell, man. I'm telling you. All right. So, yeah, this is huge. Okay. The peppermint oil. I mean, there are more things that I want to talk about, but I don't want to take too much time. Go through very fast. So the other oil that I use a lot that has to do with the gut is the Zen Just. This is called Digest Zen. It used to be called Digest Zen, but now it's called Zen Just. This is a digestive, a blend. Basically, it helps. It supports stomach discomfort. Yeah, it's very big. I use Digest Zen on Adam every night before he goes to bed. Every meal, after every meal, I would use Digest Zen. Sometimes, if he eats too much food that I don't think he should eat, I would give him Digest Zen internally, because we have Digest Zen capsules that we buy from Singapore, doTERRA Digest Zen capsules that we buy and we keep, and we use it when he eats too much of something that I think that he shouldn't eat so much, right? Um, well, it's hard to say, right? Or he eats too late before he goes to bed, and I will let him, pop a capsule of Digozen, and definitely I would dilute this, with a carrier oil, and I will rub on his tummy every night. Okay, and since we've been doing it, um, it's done wonders. It's been wonderful, guys. Okay, welcome back. It's the internet again. So it's Easy Air. It's another big oil here because respiratory, right? It's a big thing. Generally, a lot of autistic kid, right? Autism is one thing to do with the cognitive, right? The neural issues. But hey, they all have issues. Most of them have issues with their breathing, okay? Blocked nose, they have you know they have issues with breathing, okay. So asthma, it's very common normally. Kids with autism, they generally have asthma, they're asthmatic as well. So we want to support and help them to breathe better. Can you imagine, like, people with asthma, how it is. It's like half your life is gone. Imagine you cannot breathe every day, you got to breathe through your mouth. How miserable is that? Okay. And can you imagine the kid with autism, if they have blocked nose, they cannot tell you, right? He's still breathing. He's using the mouth, but it's how it is. So he's so distracted with what's going on. So we want to make sure they're breathing properly. And these are common things that happen, right? And what you're going to do, right? In the past, you're going to put Vicks, and all these synthetic, substances to support breathing. And over a period of time, it gets worse, right? So what we have here, it's easy air. This has eucalyptus in it, Ravinsara, and it's basically, helps you to breathe better. Okay, so that's something that I use a lot. Also, every night, it's an everyday oil for Adam as well. So it's not all about the emotions. It's not all about it. We don't just use essential oils for him to smell good so that he feel better. No, we don't just do that. We use essential oils to also help him with his issues, with his tummy discomfort, his breathing issues, and things like that, right? So we use this. We don't use drugs. We don't use medication. All right. So yeah, we got the easy air out of the way, and then of course the king of the oil. How can we not use frankincense? This is a pretty expensive essential oil. Frankincense is another big deal. We use frankincense. Now, this is a grounding oil. I use frankincense on him every time after a shower. Now, Adam showers 3 times to 5 times a day. So every time he showers, I would apply frankincense. I dilute it with a carrier oil, and I will rub it all on his neck, okay, and the face as well. Okay, and you see Adam is breaking out as well. So frankincense is very good for the skin. Why do I put it around here? Because it's very close to the nose. He can smell the aroma, and this scent is incredibly grounding. Okay, so we use frankincense a lot for his aromatic, benefits purpose for him to smell. Okay, so I will cup my hand a bit and I will let him inhale for a couple of seconds every time after we apply the oil. That's the first oil that we put on every single time after shower. Okay, now all of us in the family, we love frankincense, but we all sacrifice. If we have one bottle, it's for Adam first, right? I still remember when I couldn't afford frankincense, guys. All right, I mean, some of these oils are expensive, and I still remember when I started, when they told me to use frankincense, right? I to use it, right? So all of us wanted to use frankincense, but I could only afford one bottle a month, and we had to put it aside and give it to Adam. So Adam come first. Okay, so this is a big oil for Adam, and but thank God, today um, we can have as many frankincense as we can. So each one of us have our own frankincense. We have our own bottle of frankincense. I am just so happy. Okay, this is huge. Okay. So we use frankincense for grounding, for his emotional state of mind, for his skin issues. Okay, and Adam always hurt himself. He has bruises here and there. Okay, because he likes to scrape his chin against hot materials, hot objects. Rough surfaces. He does that. He get hurt here and there, right? So we also apply frankincense on the wound. It helps it to heal faster. It heals better. We never, use iodine. We never use any antiseptic, kind of medication on any wounds, and not only for Adam, but our entire family. We don't. The most is we use the that liquid, the water, okay, to clean the wound, right? But then we use a lot of our essential oils for that. So frankincense, it's also a very important oil for Adam. So how many already? We went to one, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, four more oils quickly. Actually, there's more. It's so hard for me to pick the 10 for you guys, right? Another one that's very important. This is also an everyday oil for Adam. We apply the On Guard on the sole of Adam's feet like every day. What is On Guard is a protective blend. And well, as you know, when you have a child with autism, right, especially when they're nonverbal, you pray to God every day they don't get sick. Because when they get sick, when they don't feel good, when they have a fever, they have anything that they don't feel good, they're not able to tell you. And sometimes they express that feeling in anger, in a behavior. They are behaving, abnormal. They're showing you tantrum and all that, right? But hey, you don't know. Maybe they're having a terrible migraine, right? Maybe they are feeling dizzy and they cannot explain that. Maybe they're feeling so down. So we have to be very sensitive about that. We got to know, right? So one thing for me is I always pray and hope that my son don't get sick. So we don't want him to get sick. And alhamdulillah, touch wood, right? Adam doesn't get sick easily. Let me tell you, Adam has not visited a clinic, a doctor for how long? I would say easily 2, 3 years, 3 years maybe. He has not been to see a GP. No, never, right? And it's all because of the essential oils, and this is powerful. This is a immunity booster. We use On Guard on him. It basically elevates his immune system, so that he's able to fend himself naturally. Okay, he doesn't get affected by environment and what's the surrounding so easily, right? He's strong. He doesn't get sick, and that's wonderful, right, guys? Okay, so this is a very important oil. People don't think so much about On Guard, right? I mean, it's nothing to do with emotions. It's not like trying to help you to calm or sleep and all that. But guys, it makes you a stronger person. And in today's world, with what's going out there, we don't want to get sick easily. We don't want our family, our kids to go to the hospital easily. We want to, be strong, right? We want our immune system to be strong. Okay, we want to have that boost, the immune boosting. Okay, so this is huge, guys. This is super important for normal people, and especially for a child with autism, right? Okay, all right. So we gone through one, two, three, four, five, six, seven oils that Adam uses all the time. Let's go to the eighth one. The eighth one is well, there's so many, man. But I'm gonna just pick this one first. Tea tree, tea tree, tea tree. When we talk about tea tree, it's everything to do with skin. Again, this is not an emotional oil, right? Because not all the things that your child with autism go through has to do with their neural state, right? Their mind. They have normal. They go through normal things that we go through as well. They have skin problems. They have sensitive skin, and most of the time, kids with autism have sensitive skin, right? Okay. Did you see Adam's skin? Right. It is so awesome, right? It's because we apply tea tree on him all the time. We dilute it with FCO, and we apply it on his hands because he always get wounds here and there. Okay, so he's never have any infection, for that matter, and we don't even go to doctor if we get cuts and all that. I just use tea tree oil, and it will heal very fast. And he got nice skin. My boy has nice skin, and you see his pimples and all that, his breakout. The mother used tea tree like a crazy woman on him, right? So yeah, but we dilute the oils. We dilute it. Okay. So yeah, tea tree is huge for skin. Anything to do with skin, pick up your tea tree. All right. So here's what I want to always elaborate and tell people that you know the oils that we use for a child with autism, we also use for a child with no autism, because doTERRA essential oils is for everyone. It's not only for people with autism. All right. So now we got what, 8 here. Let me get this one. This is another big one here. Um, okay, I don't have it here, but this is huge. This is really really big. It's copaiba. Copaiba. It's like, oh my god, every day. Okay, Adam, we buy copaiba capsules from Singapore. Adam consumes copaiba every day, and we also apply the copaiba oil on him every day, on his spine and on his neck every day, and on his palm and hands. Why? Because he hits the wall and the table, all the time. If you really really, if you have a chance to meet Adam, take a look at his palm. It's always swollen. His knuckles are swollen. It's so much the impact that he hits on the wall, in concrete wall. Okay, he just bang it, and he does it all the time. And miraculously, right, every time there's a swelling, within a day it subsides. Okay, within a day. And it's miracle. It's amazing. So it has to be to do with the copaiba. The copaiba is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory, substance, right? Natural, okay, that you can find in the whole world. Okay, if you want something as powerful as this, you have to go buy a drug. Like some form of painkiller. You got to go find a drug. Okay, but I mean, if you do that for in Adam's condition, he has inflammation, he's swelling all the time. You want to let him take drugs? Um, I don't want that. Okay, so we opt for this, and copaiba has done wonders for him. And we're not talking about only external inflammation, but internal inflammation. People like Adam, sometimes his brain. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor, but I believe that you know anything to do with All right, you're back. Last round, lost you again. Okay, and then the last thing is, okay. We were talking about copaiba, right? That's oil that we also use every day for inflammation. It's super good for inflammation. And the last oil we're talking about, everyday oil. It's the balance here. This is a balance. Okay, this is one oil that Adam uses every single day. We use easily one bottle a day. All right, one bottle a day. One bottle a day. My God, what am I talking about? One bottle a month. One bottle a day. My goodness, no way. One bottle a month. And this is a grounding blend. It is so important to help your child, who has anxiety issues, who have sensory issues, who have ADHD, all right, to be grounded. And this oil can do that for you. But you got to apply it every single day. Every day after, his shower, we apply this all along his upper spine, right? From the top of back of his neck, the head here, all the way down, you know. So this is a very important oil. This is a grounding oil. It's an emotional oil. We use that. There you go, 10 oils, and there are a lot more. I mean, I can go on and on, but we don't want to talk so much. So basically, I hope I have kind of sent you guys a message, right? Okay. I'm not sure how well these oils will benefit you, will make a difference in your life, in your family's life, and especially if you have a child with autism. Now, I know these oils are not cheap, because why? It's quality stuff, but it's not not affordable. It's affordable. It's how you put it and how you use it. I couldn't afford doTERRA essential oils 5 years ago. If you're talking about the amount of consumption that we do today, right? But today I'm able to use as many oils as much as I want to. I mean, I am blessed to be doing the business and building doTERRA as a business, sharing the essential oils with more people, and in return, right, I'm just blessed with these blessings of being able to use any essential oils that I want to use free of charge. I mean, I can use now, like talking about frankincense. Every one of us, my entire family, we have our own bottle of frankincense. Okay, and this is a tremendous blessing, right? Because of us doing the business. That's why I always tell people that if you have a purpose, if you want to achieve something, you got to work hard for it. My wife wanted to use the oils for our son, right, for Adam, and then we all wanted to use the oil as well when we saw what was happening to Adam, because we also want to try the oils. So we started with certain oils first. We got very basic oils. We went with the cheaper ones, because all these oils are priced differently. They're not the same price. So we went with the cheaper ones. And in doTERRA, there are about 200 different kinds of essential oils. Until today, I've not used all, right? Okay. So you gradually, you use what you can afford, but you can start using some of the oils. Okay. And one way, savings, that if you want to save, you want to get a membership, right? Buy these essential oils at wholesale price. Don't be silly, right? Why do you want to pay? I say it so many times. Why do you want to pay retail if you can enjoy wholesale price? All you got to do is get a membership and then buy directly from doTERRA. Don't buy from people. Don't buy from online discount stores. Don't do that, right? Buy direct from doTERRA. Why? Because you're protected. Um, they have your interests, taken care of. Anything, you can go to them. They guarantee you the oils that you get is original. You get to attend classes. You get to be on certain meets and calls, so you can learn. Because as I said much earlier, using these oils, it's a decision for you to come on a journey to learn, to continuously learn, to get the knowledge, empowered with the knowledge, so that you will be able to use this knowledge to benefit yourself and the people you love, right? You have that power, and that power comes from knowledge. And to acquire this knowledge, you have to come on the journey. You have to belong to a community. You have to get your doTERRA membership. You have to learn about the company, the oils, because every year they have new oils coming out. There's so many incredible essential oils that you may not know yet, and how to use them and all. So that's why get a membership. Come on board, guys. And I'm going to ask you before I go, okay, if you really wonder now if you should do this, if you can afford it, if you can do it, do it. I want to invite you to come on board, our community, to come join us, okay, to come and join Adam's Autism family, to come and join our AOF community, oiling community, and make that difference in your life and in the lives of the people whom you love, especially if you have a child with autism, right? And you will see the changes gradually. When you are more empowered with the knowledge and use these oils more and more, and build your own regime, right? Your own protocols, okay? And yeah, and there's so many good oilers in our community that will be able to share information with you. So yeah, please come on board, okay? And you never know if you don't, right? Let's say if you already use the essential oils, if you don't like it, right, then don't buy it anymore. If you don't like these essential oils, don't buy it anymore. No one is going to put a gun in your head and say you got to buy. You get a membership. That doesn't mean that you sign a contract, and if you don't buy anymore, right, they penalize you. You have to pay a penalty. You don't have to do anything like that. It's just like a Tesco, membership. You don't want to buy, you don't buy, right? You want to buy, you buy, okay? And you definitely don't have to do the business. You don't have to be like me talking about essential and sharing to people. If you can afford to use the oils, then just use the oils as a user, to benefit yourself. But if you tell me that you cannot afford the essential oils, then maybe you should look into doing the business. If you cannot afford a couple of hundred ringgit, a month for these essential oils, right? Then you got to seriously look into your financial, state. You got to do something about it, right? This is for the well-being of your family. This is goodness. If you cannot afford a couple of hundred ringgit, okay, maybe, like for example, 50 US dollars, if you cannot afford that a month for the well-being of your family and the people you love, you got to question your financial, status, right? And that's why you got to look into the business. That's why when my wife wanted to use the essential oils, I had to do the business, right? Because I need to give her what she wanted, and I cannot take that away, okay, from my son, especially. Maybe the oils will help, and oh my God, it sure did. And I'm so glad that I listened to her and I let her use the oils for Adam, and it's been a great blessing over the last almost 5 years now. And guys, I will continue to share about doTERRA essential oils, as long as I am breathing, because without doTERRA, I will not have what I have today, and I will not, be able to provide for my family and give Adam that opportunity and give Adam, more and more. And we have ways to go. We have ways to go. It's only been 4 over years, and I'm so looking forward to more things, great things to come. And guys, I want to invite you all to come on board doTERRA. So get us. So how you want to come on board is get a membership. How to get a membership is, let's get you guys a starter kit. Now, if you have been listening to me all along and you're still here, all right, you're still here, meaning that you're serious, and I appreciate that. Okay, I do not take any one of you all for granted if you stayed with me till now. If you stay with me till now, meaning that you want to, okay, and I will do everything I can to help, guide you to come on board. Okay, so the first thing is get a starter kit. Listen to me. Getting a starter kit is the smartest thing for you to do if you want a membership. Because membership, you want a membership, you have to pay a membership fee. But when you get a starter kit, you get the membership for free. If you were to pay for a membership, then you have to pay for the oils. You got to buy the oils anyhow, right? You have to buy. I just talked about the 10 oils that I spoke about just now. You have to get a membership and buy all the 10 oils at members price to get some savings. If you were to pay retail, all that will cost a lot more. Don't pay retail. Get a membership. So why do I say get a starter kit? Because when you get a kit, it comes complete. It doesn't matter what oils that you get first. It matters for you to get the basic, because this is going to be a journey. Get the basic stuff, right? And so that you start correctly, you learn it correctly, and you will grow correctly. There are 200 over oils. Stop picking, I want this, I want that, I want this, I tried. No, just get the basic kit, because doTERRA has put together, the perfect starter kit for you guys to begin the journey. They know what you need, and that's what I did, right? So that's what I'm going to talk about. Get the basic fundamental, the starter kit, which is the top 10 oils. Now, all the oils that I spoke about just now, easily half of them are in the starter kit. Half of those oils that I spoke about, it's in the starter kit that I'm going to be sharing with you. All right. So get this kit. I want you guys to WhatsApp. If you're here still, please WhatsApp this number here. And we got Raihana, our partner in crime, the popular Mama Rai. She's gonna, answer all your inquiries, and she's gonna help you set up. She's gonna help you to get enrolled, come on board doTERRA, and then we're gonna welcome you, and we're gonna guide you. We're gonna include you into the community, and you're gonna begin this journey, okay, with us. And this is gonna be long term. It's not a hit and run. We're not asking you to buy this from us and we say bye bye. No, okay. A lot of these members who came on board, and today they are good friends with us. We've grown together. We learn from each other. So it's huge, guys. Okay, all right. So we want you to come on board. So WhatsApp the number 013-395-1232. Do it now. You know why? Because I'm going to be talking about doTERRA the entire week, because we are running a promotion now, and I want you to WhatsApp the number, talk to Mama Rai. Okay, she's going to tell you about the promotion. She's going to tell you what you're going to be getting, extra value. Like, for what you're paying, you're getting a lot more. Let me tell you, just generally here, I don't want to go into details. Compared to you buying everything retail price, okay, if you do this, you're going to be saving 50%. Minimum, you're going to be saving 50%. You're going to be saving 50% if you do this. So WhatsApp Mama Rai 013-395-1232. WhatsApp her now. Ask her what you want to ask her. Tell her you want to get the starter kit that Iman was talking about live. Okay, now, and ask her about the promotion, and she's going to tell you. All right, okay. Just across the board, you're going to save 50% minimum as compared to if you were to buy these at retail price. All right. So when you do this, guys, you don't only get the essential oils, you get everything. You get the entire membership. You get a diffuser. You get a diffuser. It's very important that you have to have a diffuser. We have 10 diffusers easily in the house. I have a diffuser in every room. I have 3 diffusers in the living room. I have 1 diffuser in the kitchen. Adam has definitely a diffuser in his room. And we use diffusers a lot, right? My house, the diffusers are on 24/7. And you can see I have a diffuser in the back there. It's always on. So it's very important, right? You need an ultrasonic diffuser. So do that, and it comes with a carrier oil. You're going to have a carrier oil because when you apply the essential oils on your body, you need to dilute it as well. You need to dilute it before you apply it. Okay? So, yeah, WhatsApp 013-395-1232. Mama Rai, Raihana, is going to be on the other end to help you out, to guide you, to get you set up. And I'd like to welcome you on board, right? When you come on board AOF community, you don't only get the oils, like I say, you get doTERRA, you get us, okay, you get Adam's Autism family, you get Iman, you get all of us, and you get the entire AOF community. We have an incredible community that's so, they get such big heart. They will share information with you. If you ask any questions, there'll be more people going to help you and answer your question, guys. So come on board, guys. All right. Wherever you are, we're going to try to help you to set up, not necessarily only in Malaysia. If you're in Singapore, in Thailand, in Philippines, all right. And it's a little bit harder in Indonesia. Yeah, the Indonesia a little bit hard, but we're going to try. If you really want it, if there's a way, if that's a will, that's a way, okay? And anywhere. We ship doTERRA throughout Europe, the United States, Canada, South Africa. We're there. All over Australia, Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong. Where else? The Philippines. And India, guys. I'm super excited about India. I'm going to India again now. I'm so excited that doTERRA it's going into India finally. But I'm also looking forward to Indonesia, and I believe that it will happen one day. So, guys, thank you very much for your time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And Acid Amy, please WhatsApp that number. How much is the membership? Please WhatsApp the number, and she's going to tell you how much, and she's going to tell you the value of the starter kit. and everything that you want to know. Okay, guys. So, saya berminat dengan doTERRA untuk anak autistik. Boleh dapat di mana info saya, okay, Zila Islam. Sila WhatsApp ya, nombor di screen ini 0133951232, dan Mama Raihana akan bantu Puan Zila, okay, dengan maklumat yang penting ya, untuk anda dapatkan doTERRA Essential ini. Okay, if I purchase the giant bottle of doTERRA behind you, can we see Adam now? I don't understand that. Okay, you can see Adam on social media all the time. Yeah, I think he's probably asleep by now. All right. Um, please show Adam all after all your channel is Adam's Autism Family, not doTERRA. Betsy, let me get something straight with you, and let me tell you this, okay? doTERRA is Adam's Autism Family. doTERRA is a huge part of Adam's Autism Family. If you minus out doTERRA, you don't get Adam's Autism Family. So this is how much it is, okay? Just like what is important to you in your life, in your family, right? Okay, so please do not judge something by the name of it. Look in a bigger picture, guys. All right, Adam's Autism Family is just a name for the social media. My son's name is Adam, so this social media account is not Adam, it's Adam's family, Adam's Autism Family. There's so many aspects that actually, put us together and who we are today and what we are about. And doTERRA is huge. You minus doTERRA, we may not be even here today talking to you guys, right? I wouldn't able to even stay home, for that matter. So for you to say something like that, I appreciate you saying that, but I think, you're not thinking, how I say that, you're not thinking rationally, okay? It's not just about a name, all right? It's more than that. And I hope that you'll be able to see more, guys. Anyhow, hi, what else? Lisa. All right. Ever since we're using doTERRA essential oils, my autistic twin son become more calmer, grounded, meltdown, aggressive behavior lesser. Okay, we know doTERRA and have been using doTERRA EO for 2 years already, and will continue to use them. God bless you, Lisa. Um, I'm so happy when we read something like this. We know for a fact that we are doing the right thing, and it doesn't matter what people say. As I say earlier, we're not going to please everyone. We cannot please everyone, right? I will just walk away, and I'm telling you guys here, I will just walk away from people who it's and not connecting or not feeling what we're talking about and what we're sharing. It's no big deal, right? We cannot please everybody here. And with social media, it's free. You can unfollow, you can follow anyone that you want to. It's no big deal, right? We're not here for fun. We're here with a purpose. We're here to share a message, right? This is not an entertainment channel where I show my son, for the entertainment of everyone. No, I show you videos of him, going through meltdowns and struggling and all that. All right, not for fun, not to ask for sympathy, but basically, right, to tell people there are a lot more kids like Adam in the world. There's so many people, families who are similar to us all around the world, right? That they're not able, the voices are not heard. So we hope that we are just representing some of these people and families to tell, the world, okay, what we go through and what these families go through and what the kid go through, right? Okay, so thank you very much, anyhow, for your time, and we will talk again. And we look forward to see you on the page again. And we never know. Maybe I will invite some of you guys to come on to chat in the next few sessions, guys. All right. See you tomorrow. Take care. Have a good night. Assalamu alaikum.